Hi, friends. Welcome back. Welcome you. Come on in. Come sit down. Happy 4th, I guess. I'm sure you're wondering, Shan, what the heck are you doing here? It's the 4th. Go out there and light a firework off and, burn your finger and have a grand old time. But no, here I am reacting to Amberlynn today because, you guys, I'm just not in the mood to celebrate America at this current time. Not celebrating the USA, not feeling great about it. Not at all, but we don't have to get into that very depressing nonsense. We have this other very depressing nonsense to react to. It's another Let's Talk, which, it's just the worst. I could already tell by the thumbnail that Smuggling is back and better than ever. So, I don't know, guys. This particular episode is called In a Situationship. She's 34. And the real reason people are obsessed with me. Let's talk episode 12. The real reason people are obsessed with her. I don't really think she knows the real reason because she's a Delulu. She lives in Delulu land. All right, let's get into it, guys. See what she's got to say. Okay, guys, let's do this.
Hello, welcome to another Let's Talk video.
Oh, God. Arf, 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 arf. It'll never not be good, even though it's so loud.
I'm sure you guys are expecting a what I ate today / weigh-in. I haven't had time
Yeah,
to do
girl,
that.
what's the
The
deal?
last few days have been super busy for me. I wasn't even able to live stream. I am rescheduling that live stream for Sunday, so my weekly live stream is still happening. So I'm just now getting back to my normal.
I feel so sorry for her members, truly I do. I mean, how many has she canceled at this point? And they're right in a row, right? Like, she keeps canceling them.
Routine, and I'm able to film this video, get back to vlogging because I haven't even been vlogging for my vlog for Monday. But let's just get right into it with Sippin' Community. Could you explain why, if you weighed in at...
I mean, vlogging is such a loose term to use because she doesn't even do anything. It's just her videoing herself around her home. You know what I mean? It's like you're not planning stuff to do in your vlogs. Freaking lame.
5:46 on May 19th. Did you upload a vlog on May 21st saying you weighed in at 5:16? I talked about this in a whole video already, but my scale here at home was broke,
so
and
stupid.
I did not know till I went to the doctor and it weighed me there. And in my head, I was like, there's no way that my scale at home is broke because I've been using it quite frequently. I was doing weekly weigh-ins for you guys. And then I was like putting 2 and 2 together one day and I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like I'm gaining weight. So there's like...
Amber. You feel like you were gaining weight. It's probably because you were eating a lot. That's probably why. Gosh. I just feel like I'm gaining weight. Is this before or after she was weighed at the doctor? I mean, come on.
No way that my scale is accurate. So then I bought a new scale, and then that scale co-aligned with the scale that I actually use at the doctor's office. Show proof the DoorDasher story is real, you hog. I'm trying to think of how I can show proof without doxing his name, because obviously I don't want to do that.
She just didn't react to the hog thing, but don't say she's a hog. Who cares about this DoorDash thing? It's so stupid. What is the proof going to be? I wrote it in my journal that the DoorDasher wants me.
I actually do have a way. I have a screenshot of the notifications coming in that I actually took on my phone, and you can see my wallpaper. My wallpaper is Twinkie, which I'll show you here.
What?
And you can see behind the notifications is Twinkie.
That's her proof? Her proof is the notifications she was getting because she was getting the messages. Okay. All right. Yep, that makes sense.
Genuinely the only proof that I can show. And obviously in the screenshot, I am...
Oh my God, Amber. Like, honestly, who cares?
I don't want to dox. Why don't you see a dietitian regularly? I actually thought about it. Last time I saw a dietitian was in 2023. And it's like, I know all the knowledge.
She seems kind of subdued in this, doesn't she? Also, though, I think a dietitian isn't going to help her. while she's living on her own. Inpatient, sure, but she doesn't listen to anyone. That's obvious. She doesn't want to take advice from anybody. She thinks she knows what to do.
but I think having that type of support would be nice. How do you really feel about the disconnect and lack of trust between you and your viewers? So I feel like
Mm,
there's a section of people who don't trust me, and there's a section of people who do trust me. And I
no,
feel like in the section of people that don't trust me, there's a section of people that choose not to, and a section of people who genuinely have a reason. Because I feel like the section of people who like choose not to trust me, that's the trolls, it's the haters, it's the people who
it's not anyone choosing not to trust you. People have no reason to trust you. You've never been honest with us ever. Not one time on your channel have you told us the truth. Maybe a couple times, but I don't know. She's definitely lied a lot more than she's told the truth. She
genuinely
lies
just
about lying.
live to see me fail, and they live to catch me in lies
I
or
don't say we
expose
live
me
for it,
or
but
start rumors. Like,
it is
I'm not even
entertaining.
going to include them into this answer, but the disconnect that I have between the people who don't trust me but want to, it makes me sad. And I wish there was a way that I could like prove myself to them, but I know that I can't because no matter what I say or do, sometimes it's just not enough. But I'm hoping with time and
You
I'm
need
hoping
to
with
right your wrongs, Amber. What does she not get about that? Amber needs to pay Beck the money that they are owed. That needs to happen. We need an apology for what you said about Casey. That's like, those are serious allegations against him. And we haven't addressed it. We said, oh, I used the wrong word, but we don't continue. In fact, I think she doubled down on those accusations. But I just, none of her rights none of her wrongs will be righted until those really big things are addressed. And she's never going to address them because she doesn't think she's done anything wrong.
my word, and I'm hoping with like showing the side of me that is true and real and honest that they'll finally see that.
Nope.
Why were you sleeping in the crib and drinking from a bottle at 4 years old?
Yeah, that was
Also, were you
curious.
nonverbal? No, I was not nonverbal, but as for drinking from a bottle and sleeping in a crib at 4, I have no idea. Do you seriously not hear the seal arf arf in your intro?
I mean, we could have asked Mama Lynn and been like, why did you have me in a crib and drinking out of a bottle? I mean, to be honest, the crib thing isn't that big of a deal. If a 4-year-old's in a crib, I get it. You don't want them to go anywhere at night or something. That makes sense. But the bottle thing is interesting.
Or is it intentional? That's an instrument, but I definitely understand where you guys are coming from. I definitely hear it as well, but it is an instrument. I really like the song because like
it's a seal.
with the beat, each clip changes, and I love that.
Okay, that's cool and all, but can you turn it down a little bit? It's really loud. Thank you.
So as fun as that was, we are going to move on to the interview.
She was like answering questions like this, and then she's like, "So as fun as that was, let's move on." The interview is her favorite part, so that's probably why she's getting all excited now.
Hey girl, hey, just coming off a work shift. Sorry if there's noise in the background.
Amber can't relate to that.
Would you ever visit Canada? And what do you think of like goth style, like goth girls?
Visit Canada. I love goth girls.
Also, would you like get any tattoos?
Love
So
them.
one, would I ever visit
How
Canada?
many times we're gonna answer the friggin' tattoo question? Oh my god. Or even the would you come to Greece? Would you come to my? It's like, of course she can't and won't. And of course she's never going to get a tattoo. We've heard her answer these like a gajillion times. Good lord. Yes. 2, what do I think of goth girls? I love the aesthetic. 3, would I ever get any tattoos? Yes, I really do want to get some tattoos. I have some tattoo ideas, but I'm just scared. Period. I have a really high pain intolerance. Something about like the constant pain. Does she mean she has a really high pain tolerance? Not intolerance. I think she means she can handle a lot of pain, which I don't think is true at all. And honestly, like tattoos, I feel like they hurt to a certain degree. Like maybe I can't really talk. I only have like 1, 5. But my most painful one I got is the one I have in my hip. I have Venus as depicted by Botticelli in his painting of Venus. And I think that was the most painful one, just because every time she would move like down my leg towards my knee, and then like up towards my ribs, it was like, and I'd be like, "Hey, that hurts." But once you've like had a baby for me, or some pain equivalent to that, like everything else seems not painful at all, you know? So,
Of a tattoo. I don't know why, but it just like gives me the skeevies.
I am baby. So,
Oh my God.
my
this
name
was
is
me, by the
Patrick.
way.
I've been watching you for so many years at this point.
Same.
Wow.
So much in
I
common.
feel like I knew you more than my closest friends. Like,
Aw.
so my
Ooh.
question is, sorry, I
Drink
went
what Amber
into that,
drinks.
a little gummy, if you will. Anyway,
Okay, pop
so
off.
my question is, what do you think makes you stand out? Like, why people are so obsessed with you?
Because she's
Like the
gorgeous and
compilation
intelligent
videos,
and
the
incredible,
reaction videos, the
obviously.
constant obsession. I just wonder what you think about it, how you feel. But yeah,
My
I mean, I can say
co-host
the
not
same thing. I've
co-hosting today.
clearly been watching it for years too, but I just, what is it? What do you think it is? All right, bye, love you.
I love you too.
Bye,
Genuinely,
babes.
I think like what it used to be for sure, especially like 2019 era, was just like the train wreck of it all. Like
Yeah, but it was
there's
actually a lot
a
more fun. I felt like her channel had a lot more personality. Like, yeah, it was really sad. It was really sad what was happening um, during that era, uh, just because she was so big. And but like, she's not far off that now, you know. So I feel like it goes to show that it really was the side characters, and just she was more outwardly awful. I feel like she tries to hide it a lot now, whereas back in those days, she just was what she was on camera, and everyone was like, "Whoa, dang." But now it's just boring. There's just nothing going on. There's nobody in her life besides her mom, who's wonderful, don't get me wrong, but we don't see her that much. And she's just in her house doing really mundane things that everyone does, you know, like folding laundry, yapping about nonsense. Like that, Amber has my dream job. Like, if people would watch me just do random things in my house and I got paid for it, holy guacamole. She should be so grateful. Oh my word.
570-pound girl just like posting the
Right,
most
like, isn't she
craziest
like
things.
540? So that's
I
not
would
far
do
off.
so many mukbangs. Like it was definitely
Mukbang.
trolling. Like 2018, trolling. 2019, trolling. And that was when I really started to like pick up on all the traffic, the people watching me. And even when my life now is more just like calm and bland and peaceful, and I wouldn't say I'm a train wreck per se, like I'm literally
No,
just a normal
you still are.
girl. Yes, I might be super morbidly obese, but it's more common than you think. Just a girl.
It honestly, this has been said a million times, but the most interesting thing about Amber is not her weight at all. It's just the lore and the way that she continues to act kind of oblivious to the fact that everybody knows she's not a great person. And this front she puts up, like, oh, all my fans, pretending she has fans, pretending people like her, just like genuinely like her content, when we all know that's not true. And the time, like when that French creator made that video about her when she got French fans, she ruined that in like 3 seconds with her a terrible attitude. So I don't know. I think it's like the pretend I'm famous, the pretend I'm a great YouTuber, um, pretend I have a bunch of happy romantic relationships that people tune in for, you know, because we can dissect it. We could see all the fakeness in it, you know? I don't know. Does that make any sense? Every time I think I'm going to say something smart and intelligent, it comes out as just like word salad.
Girl who lives a normal life. I do have some unique things about me,
Okay, Hannah
sure, but
Montana.
I don't think that I'm special in any way. So I almost wonder if like
That is
what
the
keeps
biggest
up
lie
with me
she's ever
attention from
told. Amberlynn thinks she's God's gift to humanity. Do not listen to her.
people is it's almost like mob
She's
mentality.
being like undercover smug. Like, it's not like full blown smugness, because maybe she's caught on to the fact that she has been that way during these Let's Talks. So it's like she's kind of like going like for the humble brag of it all.
Where everyone is kind of feeding off of each other, whether it be through like subreddits and forums and
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the
chats and
mob
like the
mentality.
reaction
It's not
channel
that
comments
it's
and
not that you're just a bad person and you refuse to do anything about it. It's the mob mentality. Yep.
just the reaction channels in general. It's just like it's keeping up this energy that is constantly being like spider webbed into new people and new audiences, people wanting to belong in a community, and they found one. And I don't know, it's definitely crazy.
It's
I feel
not
like
the
if
loads of evidence that is on the internet basically proving that she's a terrible person and she's lied a million times and she's done awful things. Like, it's not that fact that there's evidence. It's just that mob mentality. Darn it.
if all of that disappeared one day, I still would be able to make a living here on YouTube because I
No.
do have a lot of like supportive people who like aren't quote unquote upset.
Okay, let's let her believe that. Let's let her believe that if reaction channels and haters went away, that she'd still be making money on YouTube. Let's let her believe that, because honestly, girl, that's a level of Delulu I aspire to be at. Truly.
Obsessed with me. They just like watching my videos, and I'm just very grateful for anyone who clicks on my content and
Well,
watches
you're
me.
welcome.
Hello, thank you for accepting my request.
Why is everything
Of
so
course.
I
quiet?
wanted to
Is
ask,
it just me?
why do you think your weight loss has been so unsuccessful? I know people
No.
have different measures of success, but if you view it from an objective standpoint, you've been on your weight loss journey for over 10 years.
She doesn't want to
and
lose weight.
All you've really done is good.
I'm gonna pause it real quick.
That's the end.
I've been on my weight loss journey publicly for over 10 years, but my first diet was when I was 10, and I'm currently 34. So I've been trying to lose weight for over 2 decades, for 24 years. So it's
That's
just publicly
even more
I
sad,
have
girl.
shown it for the last 10.
Go from being in the 300s to the 500s.
Hey guys,
Right.
I just found an amazing.
She's just gained. It's not even like, oh, I haven't lost the weight, but I'm still 350. It's like she's put on 200 pounds and maintains that. It's crazy.
My first diet ever, I was 10 years old. I was in the 200s somewhere, and here I am, all the way up in the 500s.
Scary girl.
And my highest known weight was 572.4. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And I think it's hard for others and myself to rationalize this because
It is hard for people to rationalize. And I actually
Can you let her finish?
I love the show 6 Months on Life because
Jesus.
it shows that people who reach this size, because I get it, there's like levels to these things, like overweight, then it's just like, okay, you're morbidly obese, then it's like, okay, you're super morbidly obese, and then it's just like there are a few
And then you're
classes
Amberlynn.
to it, and I've reached the point where it's like,
Oh,
okay,
man, I'm funny.
at the highest, and I'm fully aware of that. Like my BMI used to be in the hundreds. My BMI now is 94, and that's still really bad.
Awful,
But
girl.
for one's BMI to get that high and for one's weight to get that high, you have to go through a lot of trauma in your life.
Oh, here she goes. Here she freaking goes. The trauma sob story. That's why I can't ever lose weight. That's why I haven't lost weight in 24 years. Because of my trauma that I refuse to work through. What you need to work through is your MPD. And then you need to go into inpatient for your eating. Because it's time to face the music, Amber. I can't stand it. I saw this TikTok, actually, from a creator who had lost a significant amount of weight. And in one of her TikToks, the caption was like, everything that you don't change, you're choosing. And that is exactly right. That is the truth. Everything that you decide that you're not going to change, that you don't like about yourself, you're choosing it. And Amber is choosing this life, and she does it again and again and again. And that's the bottom line. That's it. She can't keep saying it's my trauma, it's my this, it's my that. She just doesn't want to lose weight. Obviously, she is choosing to be super morbidly obese. That's it.
Trigger warning, whether that be
Trigger
emotionally,
warning.
physically, sexually,
Oh,
you have to
girl.
go through a lot. And
I
I
mean,
have gone
God,
through every
I
single one
don't
of
feel
those
sorry for her at
things.
all.
Like I was in foster care. Like you're not in foster care just because. And even in foster care, I went through a lot. So it's me not healing all those things
Oh
at
my
the
God, are
time.
you still in therapy? She hasn't talked about her therapist in a while. Are you in therapy right now? You say you've been in therapy a gajillion times for a gajillion years and you've never worked through any of this? For real? I'm tired, y'all.
And even
She's
as an
pissed me
adult,
off again.
like finding it so hard to like speak about the hard things and wanting to heal.
Is she okay? Did she say it was hard for her to speak about the hard things? That's all she talks about is the hard things. But then when Mama Lynn's talking about what I would view to be basically child neglect, she's cackling like she was laughing her ass off. Like it makes sense. It doesn't seem like it's that traumatizing if you're just like, ha, isn't that so funny? And I get foster care. I'm sure that's something all in of itself, okay? But she's 34. When do we move on? When do we let it go? You know, you gotta let it go, man. Let it be. Everyone has had a tough time. Okay, unless you're like a nepo baby or something. Like everyone had it pretty tough. I guarantee it, Amber. You'd be surprised.
And figuring out why I am the way I am. It's just like this constant.
Figure it the fuck out. You're an adult.
You've had multiple health scares / struggles throughout that time, which would motivate a lot of us to take the weight loss really seriously.
Sasha was like, this is horseshit, bro.
Being unable to do normal activities like traveling and walking, to literally having cancer. Like the worst, one of the worst.
Literally.
Really.
Yeah. Is she taking the piss?
With all of these things, you would be eager to
That's my favorite British person saying, are you taking the piss?
That's how I know it is a mental thing and it's not like a choice at all. And I know a lot of people.
Nobody chooses to have a mental illness, but you still are responsible for doing something about it.
Choosing this life, I'm telling you.
You are. Amber is choosing this life.
Of us are not choosing.
Don't get it twisted.
It is so mentally exhausting to be an addict of food and to have turned to food since you were just a little child. I have a whole family of addicts.
Me too, girl.
I'm not the only food addict. Like my grandma, she has passed away. She was over 600 pounds. And it definitely is not only environmental, but it's
God's
mental,
green earth.
And it's also genetics and hereditary and all of that stuff. So it's a mixture of like
I can promise you, her genetics may have allowed her to reach that weight, but it's not the reason she's that weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like certain people, like they have an ability to gain a lot of weight, just like certain people have an ability to gain a lot of muscle, but it doesn't immediately put the muscle on or put the fat on. She's still eating the food, okay?
Things.
Be healthy, but every diet is unsuccessful and you end up making excuses for yourself.
And here we are. We're making excuses.
I have
today.
Yes, but I have a lot of reasons for the way that I am. And I recently,
she's a lost cause.
Like even publicly, I was like, can you guys help me like figure out like what is the difference between excuses and reasons? Thankfully, I now have a clear picture of that. But yeah, I have made some excuses in the past, and I'm not perfect, so I probably still do to this day.
You're doing it right now.
But I do have a lot of reasons for the way that I am, and I am trying to work on that.
Sorry if this is mean or if it's really long.
It's not mean at all.
I just didn't want to like sugarcoat it. But yeah, thank you for listening. Have a good day.
Oh, of course.
It's not mean at all.
And that was not mean. Like that was like true constructive criticism. Like
but that's what
I know a lot of people.
Everyone is.
If I receive something like that, I think it's hate. I don't think that's hate at all.
You just said you can't lose weight because of your trauma.
Thank you for able to share that with me.
My hectic I comfort queen.
Oh my gosh.
I fucking love you, girl. What is the crack? I have two little questions for you.
Okay.
One being, have you ever played an instrument? I'm so curious. You kind of seem like someone.
You ever played an instrument?
So
I could play the guitar a little bit.
I am not the greatest at it. I played the flute in like elementary school. And regarding singing, I love to sing. Like,
Amber.
I am not good at it by any means, I was in chorus in 6th grade, which I loved so much. But I'm not the greatest at singing, but I'm telling
That's okay,
you,
Amber.
I love it.
Do it up,
Curious
girl.
if you've ever played any, or would you ever consider picking one up? I can see you with like a bass or a singing.
I would love. Oh, you know, honestly, my dream, electric guitar. Like, hello, how are you? Oh my god, that's my dream.
Oh my god,
Also,
hello, how are
very
you?
different.
Electric guitar.
Very different question.
My bad.
Maybe the complete opposite, but I was wondering if you had been following everything that's happening in Palestine right now. I'm kind of curious if you've been doing that.
What'd
love
she
you.
say?
Goodbye.
Palestine?
Goodbye.
She actually sent me another one, but
Amber
I'm
doesn't
gonna
know jack
respond to
about
the
this.
person.
Trust and
Yes,
believe.
I do follow it, but I try very, very hard not to talk about politics on my channel. I have in the past, like years and years ago. Sometimes I'll let.
Because she sounds stupid. She sounds really dumb. She says the most ridiculous things. Okay, she once said that she didn't vote because she's biased. I doubt she even knows what's going on, what's happening to the Palestinians. I doubt she even knows or cares. I mean, this is Amber we're talking about here, but you know, free Palestine.
Something slip. Let's listen to your next one.
If you're not comfy with that second question, I would just want to ask, have you ever been to Ireland? And would you ever go? I think you'd love it.
Have you ever been to Ireland? Another question like this.
No, I'm totally
Did you
fine
go to
with
Canada?
that question. And
How
when I
about
heard
Ireland?
Ireland, sure.
Greece?
I mean, I've never been out of the country in general, so I don't know.
It shows.
Hello, Amber. This is Ease from Jordan in the Middle East. And yes, you have fans in the Middle East. My question
This is AI?
is there an
Sounds
ex
like a robot.
of yours that if asked you to patch things up and be back together, that you would say yes to? You don't have to give us the name of that ex. Just answer with yes or no. And give us all of the suspense in the world. You're not a failure. Your haters might say it to you or express it over and over again. You're not. You have a YouTube channel that has
So do I. I have 52 subscribers.
And that is not easy. Because I've tried
I'm dumber than a doornail.
I have run a YouTube channel for 7 years. And guess what? I've only won 13 subscribers. So I gave up.
Try harder.
This achievement is great. It's huge. You might be thinking, okay, what about my weight?
I like this robot.
Even if you've tried a gazillion times and failed, as long as you feel like you're trying, then you haven't failed. Again, too much.
Me to myself when I fail.
Lilo and Stitch is a global phenomenon.
Oh man, frick the new Lilo and Stitch.
I appreciate that. Like, that was honestly really sweet, and I needed to hear it. As for the ex thing, I'm not going to say yes or no.
Hey, Amber.
That's because she's in a relationship. She doesn't want to make her girly jealous. You know what I mean?
Hope you're doing good. I'm a little shy, so
You're
sorry.
a little shy. You guys know this is optional, right? Like, you don't have to send her a question. I'm a little shy. Don't send a question. This is not like a school project. Jesus.
My question would be, have you ever considered getting a food scale when counting your calories? Because
Didn't she have like 3 and then we never saw them
I
again?
do have one.
now.
Congrats on your
Excuse.
freaking weight loss. Hell yeah. I was gonna
What did
say,
she say
I was
she
gonna
lose?
say
80
fucking
pounds?
weight loss, and then I stopped myself. But congrats
I
on
love
your
Amber's like fake jealous. Congrats.
fucking weight loss. I had to have emphasis in there because 80 pounds is amazing.
More than Amber could do.
Process, but in the beginning when I was counting my calories, I was greatly underestimating how much I was actually eating.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the proper measurements for it, and a serving size I thought, like in my head, I was eating a serving size, but I was actually over.
Amber's been told this type of crap a million times too. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to get help.
Eating.
Yeah.
And so once I started weighing my food on my food scale, I noticed a significant difference, and I'm actually able to stay under my calories.
And random fact.
Good advice, Queen.
More to go, but I just pause it for a second. Random fact.
She's always interrupting people. I don't like it.
Measuring your food is not
as I interrupt her.
Like something on the back of a nutrition label, it can say like half a serving.
Girl,
like
we
half
don't
a
care
cup
about
is a
your
serving.
weight loss advice.
But when you go to weigh it out, if it says 28 grams, it's like it doesn't match. So what's more reliable is definitely
not
weighing
listening to
your food.
Amberlynn
I
Reid.
definitely agree with this. 100%.
Do not.
So, just wondering, and then also with like certain packages, it'll say a certain weight, but if you weigh it, sometimes it's heavier, so it's actually more calories. So it might say like it's 100 calories for that item, but it actually is more if you weigh it. So,
oh my god, I literally just said that.
Hope you have a great day. Say hi to Twinkie.
Bye, babe. I will.
Bye.
Hey, oh my god, I'm excited to send this to you. Sorry, I sound like that. I'm not feeling very well.
Oh, I hope you feel better.
I've been following you and watching you for years. Like, it's been, I want to say, at least 6 years. And I've always defended you in the comments. I've always thought that what you get is so ridiculous. Because no matter what, I don't
love
care
these
about
Zam
being
babies that are definitely not Amber.
attacked, for lack of a better word. I always argue back with them because I feel like
I'm feeling very attacked.
What are you even? I don't know.
I bet when you stick up for me too, they're like, "Hi, Amber. I know it's you." And by the way, thank you so much for.
How would she know people would respond with that, Amber? How would she know? Damian White.
Sticking up for me, that means a lot.
I feel like anyone,
Thank you,
any
girl.
adult who is dedicating so much time of their lives to hating on you and making videos about you, I feel like you cannot be a bigger loser. That is so embarrassing.
That's true. I am a giant loser.
But yeah, so I just wanted to say that before I ask my question. So my question is, I am a personal trainer, so that's the question that came to my mind. Would you ever consider getting a personal trainer? I feel like it would.
Did she say she was watching Amber for 6 years and then ask her if she needs a personal trainer? Pistachio. You clearly have not been watching her for 6 years if you would even suggest it. Hey, Amber, have you ever thought about exercising? But we're the losers and we're the dumb ones. Okay.
Would be so helpful.
Sure.
I saw in a recent video that you got a Fitbit.
Fuck.
And you're going to be
I haven't charged my laptop.
So that's so exciting. I'm really excited for you and I hope that works out for you. But yeah, would you ever get a personal trainer?
Sorry, my
If it was
cat.
online, someone's trying to help you.
So thank you for the question. And this was an older one. This is from when I did get the Fitbit, but the Fitbit came destroyed. The box was destroyed.
Right, and we couldn't get a new one. That's not an option.
So I never got a new one, which I probably should, because keeping track of your steps, it can be extremely motivating to do more steps. And you can get very creative with it. And I just know that from past experiences. But would I get a personal trainer? That is not something that I am currently interested in. No.
Hi, Amberlynn. My name is Bug, like the ladybug.
Hey, Bug.
I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I've been watching you for such a long time. I think since 2017 or 2018.
Cool.
You're literally the only YouTuber that I actually keep up with, and I've seen, I think, all of your videos.
Dang.
You're just so
Zing.
The content is so comfy, so thank you.
Thank you.
I was just wondering if there's anything.
Don't look through my boob hole.
Kind of hyperfixations that you have. I know that you were interested in psychology a while ago.
Stopped hearing about that too.
I can't remember if it was
She don't stick to nothing.
criminal justice or something.
Yes.
Is there anything that you
I love being a hater.
to study that or learn more about that?
We're on this together.
My question.
Definitely psychology.
Thank you.
It's always been psychology. And to go deeper, I want to go in the mind of a murderer, because why?
So do it, girl. You got a bunch of time on your hands.
What? I also want to learn more about borderline personality disorder, because that is what I have. And with awareness, it genuinely changes your life. And then when you actively work on that awareness, it's life changing. Anything to do with the mind, the mind.
What you need to be doing is studying your own goddamn mind and figure that out first.
Medical stuff, at the same time, though.
Imagine Amberlynn's your nurse.
Okay,
I'd be like,
I need to
get me out of here.
on situationships. How do we feel about them?
Situation.
I have been in a few myself.
See.
For me, situationships are hard because my feelings
I'm very old. Sorry, I don't know what just happened there. I don't know what a situationship is. I have the understanding that it's like you're just sleeping together, hooking up, whatever. But I don't know. How would that work in Amber's case? Everyone she meets is online. It's not like they're like, I don't know. I don't want to know. Okay.
Bro, I am even loyal in a situationship. Like,
That's a
I wouldn't
lie.
talk to anyone else. Like, you are it, and that is that. That could be a
Sure.
thing. I don't know, but I'm a very
She keeps those
loyal,
DMs open,
committed
whether she's in
person,
a relationship or not.
and I'm also very jealous, and I worry, and I'm like,
Cheaters are
well,
always
I'm
jealous.
committed,
This is a
but
thing.
what if they're not? Because in situationships, you're usually not in a loyal situationship. Some are, but it just depends. For
Girl,
me,
you are
I
34 years
think
old.
that they should
Please.
happen because it's like just jumping into a relationship, like a true relationship, probably isn't the greatest idea for some people. It's like good to
That's
get to know
rich.
someone, like
Coming
start off
from
as
you, Amby.
friends, and then get into something more romantic, and that's where the
Also, never
situationship
take
comes in.
relationship
But
advice from this
if
queen.
it's just a situationship and that's it, and there's no like end goal of like, okay, are we gonna get into a relationship or what? Then it's almost like pointless. But what works for you might not work for me, and everyone's different. I just know that I go into dating with a goal. That goal is to find my person, because that is what I love about love, is like having your best friend and having your other
Being
half.
single is great. I don't know what she's on about.
And someone that can rely on you and you can rely on them. And yeah, it's
They
just
could
like
wipe your
a best friend
bunghole
that
when you need
you
it.
find extremely
Honestly,
sexy.
really.
All right, you guys, now it is time for bad choices. Would you accept $500,000, but every time you speak, you have to rub your nipples? No, because
Are
that
you
sounds like
serious?
a waste of my
Hell yeah. I already do that. I'll take the money.
life type of thing. And who am I speaking to? That just could make a lot of people uncomfortable. Is it okay to cheat on your partner if they gain 100 pounds? No, it's never okay to cheat on your partner. And if you're going to cheat on your partner because they gained weight, leave them. They deserve so much better. Would you rather be with someone
Agreed,
smart
Amby.
than someone gorgeous? Why can't we have both? In the
Girl,
event
you're
of a zombie
supposed to
apocalypse,
say smart. Looks fade, okay? Go for the smart ones, guys. Go for the rich ones. Take my advice.
Sacrifice everyone here to save yourself? There are people that I would without a doubt save before I save myself. In a literal heartbeat.
Right.
Do you think you would be an excellent
She would
teammate
only
to
save
have
herself.
in the Amazing Race? No. Just due to the fact that I'm 500 pounds and we need to be moving very, very, very quickly. And I'm not a very, very quick mover. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll
Love
see you in the
that.
next one. Bye.
At least she knows. Bye, queen. Oh my god. Mwah. Well, what did we think of that one? Let's regroup, okay? And I'll come back with my final thoughts. Shani's final thoughts. All right, I think that one wasn't as smug and horrifying, but still, she's living in Delululand, which she's never going to come out of. I think we all know that by now. She's there forever. She's there for life. And we're going to watch for life. We're going to be losers and haters for the rest of our days. Because that's what we do. It's the only thing we have in our crumbling society. You think Amber's worried about it? Probably not. She probably doesn't even know what's going on. But, she might need to be worried. It could affect her grandma or something. The fact that they're cutting Medicaid and such. And destroying our country, making it so billionaires have the best lives ever and poor people get sick and die and so on and so forth. Anyway, every piece of equipment is about to die over here, literally. Like, I don't charge anything ever, apparently. But I just want to say, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want to touch tips. Please do. Check me out on TikTok at Shan is Healing. Keep an eye out for my Salem content coming soon. And I fucking love you. Pistachio, any final words? He says, all right, y'all. Oh!
love you. Goodbye.